everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the Trojan Horse of Peace. Woo! 1212 portal. This is the time, my friends, for us to make amazing wishes. And this is also the time when you get to
Morning.
receive.
Ah, yes, of course.
Where did
Yes, they did.
some randomness coming on there? So yes, you get to receive even languages you didn't know about before. I'm going. That's muted. Good. That's fine. So, today we are practicing receiving. Today, there's a lot of energies around 1212 that I want to share with you. And you can find out from the internet what 1212 is about in terms of manifesting energy. For me, what is absolutely key about today is that it's actually heralding something that I did talk about in this very brilliant book, which is kind of like bringing stuff to life, right? Life imitates art. There's a whole chapter in here about the hexagonal to octagonal timeline shift. And this is where 1212 is so important, because I know many of us on our journey of coming into, well, moving from mainstream religion, let's say, into alternative practices, looking at more of the indigenous religions, we'll know about the pentagram. You'll know about the five-pointed star, which represents the elements, yeah? Earth, fire, water, air, water, and ether, right? But the thing that has really been coming through as far as the Star Peace Collective are concerned is 12, as a base number, it reduces to 3. And 3 is the 3 sides of the triangle. Now, 1212 is 2 triangles together, which is what creates the 6-pointed star. And the 6-pointed star is the activation of the Merkaba field. Now, the difference between a 5-pointed star and a 6-pointed star is basically the God particle. It's the source codes. And this is why all of you who have been attracted to this event, you're all here to activate your divine human consciousness. This is beyond manifesting in terms of, oh, I want a red car that's a Porsche and I want to fly first class and all the I wants, right? This is actually about knowing you are all powerful, that you can create anything you want. And actually, what you choose to do with that power is to create the very best, to align with the highest good, your highest timeline, to create in accordance with the aspect of you that is the wisest, most integrated, most sacred, most mature, most divine. And therefore, if you think of it this way, if I was your fairy godmother and this beautiful soul was your genie in a bottle, and we got to go, right, whatever you want, it's yours. There's come a point that if you have everything you want, there's only one thing to do, and it's to help others to get what they want. And that's really where I want to get everyone today, is to understand that anything we really want, the point of this, and Jamie's here, and I remember us having a conversation about this, about Abraham Hicks, and actually it's about the fact that once you've got to a point where you can make and create anything you want, all you want to do is help others to do that. So we are here as the 144,400 to live by example, to be the example of moving through every challenge we've ever had and like triumphing against all sorts of odds, so that others can be inspired by us. Firstly, they'll be jealous, then they'll be pissed off, then they'll judge us, right? And they'll do all the stuff, because who does she think she is and who does he think he is, coming above their station? Who do they think they are? Well, we're here to show you that you can move through anything. So back to this hexagonal, octagonal. You have to light up your light body first. It's got to get activated. It's not a 5-pointed star, it's a 6-pointed star, right? And those of you who were with me for Lionsgate and for the Star Peace celebration back on the 31st of October, we did 2 levels of light body activation. Now this is the 3rd one, my friends, okay? This one is about us, the next level of initiation. So if you've already activated your light body, it's then about spinning it. And from there, it's really about being able, how can I put this, to go from the hexagonal shape, which is the 6-pointed star, some of you will know it's the Star of David, to actually integrating your inner masculine and inner feminine coding to such an extent that any wounded feminine and masculine aspects are brought to light. The shadow is brought to light, so they're resolved. Therefore, we become our mature aspects, our sacred and our divine aspects of the feminine and the masculine. And that is when the 2 triangles that are superimposed onto each other start to separate out and the bases connect. And that's when you have your octahedron light body. Hello, right? That is when you get to go well beyond the astral plane. This is when you are basically in your God body, right? And for people who are making this shift, everyone here who's in this community, you're all masters of self-sabotage. We all are. I've done it a million times. Why? Because we test ourselves. We test ourselves time and again to make sure that we're not going to abuse the immense power we have, because in the past we have. We all do it. It's part of the journey. And many of us have false memories of being told that we abused our power when we didn't. So anyone who's involved in Star Peace will have persecution wounds to overcome, judgment wounds to overcome, fear of visibility, lack consciousness stuff coming up. It doesn't matter, you could be multimillionaires, but still be in the energy of not enough time, not enough money, not enough for the things that you want to grow to, right? Not enough love, not good enough health. There's always somewhere that this comes up. And I'm going to take you through a process today where you'll get to get really clear on where you want the shift most. And of course, there's a continuum. This is the anchoring of these codes. And the imagery I've been given is so beautiful. It is so beautiful. What I'm going to do tonight is I'm going to record it without music, but I will put it to music. And I'm setting the intention now that the lovely Lorna James is going to really want to create something as a background piece for it, because I want for everyone to know that what you'll receive tonight, the way that it will actually become something real in your life, is to keep anchoring to it, keep listening, all right? Keep tuning into it. And of course, there'll be next steps I'm going to invite every one of you to take. And if each of you commits now to taking your next step, then this is going to be how you grow and evolve. And it's actually just turning towards what you really want. And what you really want can then start to come towards you. And I don't know if you've seen the image yet. I'm just going to share it with you of the Trojan horse of peace. Look at this. Can we all see this? We're going to work with this in the meditation.
Oh, just what I can do.
Ian's just thought about how to turn. Too late, babe. This is what's coming in 2026. It's a unicorn, Pegasus, fire horse, and it is designed to support us to reach for the stars and not come crashing down. But we have to strengthen our wingspan. Okay, it's absolutely essential. So yes, the double triangle aspect is in the astrology today and tomorrow. That's good to know, Julie. Thank you for sharing that. And I just want to encourage everyone to remember that anything you want also wants you. But it's not just going to show up when you're sitting there watching TV, talking about all the things in your life that you don't have that you want, or just innocently waiting for it to show up. You are going to have to practice the discipleship of aligning with what you say you want, and keep doing it. Anyone who's getting what they want will tell you persistence, commitment, patience, effort. Keep your eye on the goal, meet the resistance every time it shows up. And that's the difference between succeeding and giving up. Now, we want to redefine the concept of success. I'm going to take you through a little visualization today to do that before we go into the main co-creation, the main activation. But this fire horse energy is actually very strongly related to the 3i Atlas as well. So if you haven't yet heard about this comet, spaceship, piece of rock and ice that's coming to this world, or coming behind, it's coming closest to the planet. It came behind the sun just before we ended up in the Sun newspaper online. Woo woo. And now it's going to be closest to the Earth around the solstice. So it's from now through to when we actually have the solstice, which for, you know, the Celtic New Year. It's not the Celtic New Year. The Wiccans, a lot of the indigenous tribes see the 21st as the start of a year. Okay, so this December solstice is powerful. By the time we come into February, that's when we're really lining up with the fire horse energy. But the 3i Atlas is closest to us on the 21st, and I'm seeing it as the Trojan horse of peace. I've very strongly received the guidance that it is full of codes for each of us, and as we get clear on what it is we want to receive, That's then how we can receive fully from what we're going to be doing tonight. Okay, there will be some time at the end for Q&A, so if you have got questions, please save them for the end. Write them down. Kate will be interjecting to let me know if there's anything I need to address. And for those of you who don't know who Kate is, she is the lead coach of the Fearless, Loved Up and Limitless program. I hope I've got Sandy here tonight as well. If you're here, Sandy, just give me a little heads up and I'll introduce you. Sandy has been leading the Liberation from Limitation course, and I'll explain more about these, because whether you do this work with me, with my team, or somewhere else, it is crucial to understand what lays the foundations of being wired to thrive rather than survive. It is what the three-pronged formula for peace is about. Yes, it's in the book. Yes, you can buy it from Amazon. And if you want easy access, just go to rosieglow.com. You'll see on the homepage there's access. And there's Karila. Perfect timing. So Karila actually did her own transmission about the 3i Atlas, and she talked about receiving the sacred gift. Now, I loved that transmission, and we actually did an interview together, and you can access the replay. I'll make sure it gets sent as a link that you can purchase in the post-event emails. I highly recommend that you purchase it, because Karila's codes are beautiful. Mine came along after I'd done that. I was like, right, now I know the Trojan horse of peace is calling for the next level of this sacred gift, receiving. There's a difference. I learned that the hard way. So this is the order of events, and what else can I say before we close down the public arena? I think it's time to pick a card. Let's just see where we are. So can I just invite everybody just to take a moment, bring your hands to your heart center, and just give yourself permission to remember that this time of year is about peace, joy, goodwill to humankind. This time of year is about us shining our light in the dark. And for the community that's here, how is the Trojan horse of peace, the 3i Atlas, and the 1212 portal going to support us most? Let's ask these questions before we do our full grounding in. So I'm going to do one on the Trojan horse of peace and one on the 1212 portal, and what is the significance this year. Now, if you love the cards, the lovely Kate Alicious will place the link for the store. This is all on the Rosie Glow store now. You can access all these things, including our fabulous clothing. I'm going to end up having something to wear every day. I think I'm going to have to get some serious haute couture in terms of the star peace codes. Fancy a dress, that'd be nice.
I need t-shirts because the hoodie's quite hot.
It is. Okay, so Trojan horse of peace. Key message for everyone here. This is the 6 fuel shifts star map, and it is heralding the shift from fear to trust. What if life does love you and wants you to be happy? Fear is false expectations, emotions, or experiences appearing real. Shake it off, Taylor Swift style. Hand it over to Source and ask for a miracle. Remember, trust is a code word for magic. So everything in this world that brings fear up for you, remember these 4 words. Scared is sacred, scrambled. Okay? So when we look at what we fear, we get the opportunity to develop trust. And yet, we've all been shafted in the past. We've all had reasons to be fearful. However, you have to adjust your perception of the world before you see evidence of the world that you want to align with. Okay, it is the see it, believe it before you see it. That is what we're all learning to do, and that's why the power of imagination is so important. Okay, so thank you for that, darling. That one is for the Trojan horse of peace. What is the 1212 portal gifting us? Let's come back to that.
Sorry, if they can't see the card.
We'll be able to see it.
You see it.
Yeah, that one. Hopefully you saw that. So, 1212 portal, what is that gifting us all? What is the key gift for everyone here before we shut from the mainstream? It's gated because everyone who's here has special codes to receive. And it is really important to remember that there are those that don't want peace on earth. There are. And for us, what's key is that we remember, ooh, here it is, that doesn't matter. All right, so the key card for the 1212 portal, hopefully you can see that, is cooperation. That's what we're being invited to do. Are we willing to invite all aspects of our being to coexist and co-create together according to our highest principles? Now, the way I will describe that to you, thank you, is we are a community. Okay, all of us are a community. We are all individual parts of a whole. And at the same time, we're also individually a community of individual parts. I'm a universe, you're a universe, we're all a universe. All these cells, right, that are part of my body, molecules, atoms, etc. This is my ecosystem. And you are your ecosystem. Now, the way that we unite, and this is what happened with the Star Peace Collective, is we decide to put our differences aside and see what we have in common. And we unite towards a common goal rather than a common enemy. And that is where we're now going to move. So everybody, if you are currently on on Instagram and you want to join us for the rest of this transmission, you're going to want to join the Manifesting Star Peace Utopia Facebook group. Do it now, Manifesting Star Peace Utopia Facebook group. You can access it through my link tree on IG and we will let you in. The rest of this transmission has to be gated, okay? Thank you. That's the comment. I'm going to have to do it, Mo. There we go.
I'm upside down.
End it. End it.
What was it, bottom consent?
There we go. All right, done.
That's moved.
Okay, so now let's move into this. I have got a script, so I'll stick to time. Kate, have I got anything here I need to be dealing with? Is everyone okay? Good to see you all coming in. Hey, Mwaka, lovely to have you here, darling.
Could have done a little merch twirl, wasn't it?
Could have done a what?
Merch twirl.
You did do a merch twirl, I think, darling.
Yeah.
Let's just
Rosie, Dorota has a question.
go on. Well, is it something that can wait till the end?
I don't actually understand the question. It says, can you type where, please? I don't know what that refers to.
Is she in the Zoom space?
Facebook, yes.
On Facebook? Well, she's in the right place then, that's fine. Just tell her she's in the right place.
Yeah, okay.
Because
Live there.
we are currently in there. So let's just kill that. Doesn't need to be like that. Thank you all for bearing with, because tech is always fun. Can anyone confirm whether or not we've actually come out of Mercury retrograde yet? Let yourself take some lovely deep breaths. So, darling, this one I'm going to need you to keep an eye on for me, okay? I'm going to go to my script now. Okay, so, without further ado, we have gone through the initials of what this is all about. And today, if we have expanded our light bodies, turned them on, which is what we did in Samhain, what we're doing this time round is kind of vibing them, spinning them, so they become come to me vortexes, right? So that we can actually receive the gifts into our energy field. So I'll give you an opportunity when we come into that bit. But for now, what I'd like to do is just to get everybody to a place where we can actually just do a little invocation. And we're going to start with a few questions that are going to allow you to get really clear on what it is that you want to receive for yourself, that maybe you don't ever really admit because you feel bad to want things when the world is going through all sorts of stuff. This is your chance to be I want you to be selfish, okay? I want you to be selfish, because if you don't give to yourself what you want, you're always in some way going to be coming from lack. That's the reality. I'll never forget, before this beautiful man came into my life, I loved running all the couples workshops. I loved running all the events I did. I'd see everyone coupled up and I couldn't wait till it was going to be my turn, right? So, you know, I am and I have, and this is, and all it does, or all it has done for us is, one, allowed us to relax from the trying to find the one and actually support others to have it. And we deepen our connection and we learn more about ourselves. And Kate, who has been married for a very, very long time with her partner for many years, even before getting married, will tell you that a relationship never stops growing, right? So long as we keep growing, we don't stop growing. As long as we stop growing, the relationship doesn't stop growing, that's what I mean. Okay, have a little rub of your hands. Have a little shake. And then bring your hands to your heart center. Okay, close your eyes for a moment. And just for a moment, a minuscule moment, let yourself really ask the question, what is here with me today? How am I feeling right now? Welcome your breath and notice how easeful it is. Just breathe in and out. Notice how you're enjoying your breath as you inhale, as you exhale. Does it feel comfortable to breathe in and out through your nose? Would you prefer to breathe out through your mouth? Notice as you breathe in and as you breathe out. Is there anywhere that you're rushing your breath? Can you slow down where you've been rushing? For those of you who are a little bit more adept at the conscious breathing, pay attention to being at the fullness of your in-breath. Like inhale, hold your breath full. And then you can exhale fully and then hold your lungs empty. The void is the empty space, and so is the full space. The void is full of potential, pregnant with possibility. And so as you breathe, temporarily holding your breath at the top and at the bottom if that's comfortable for you, remember to keep the breath even. Feel your hands pressing against each other and know this is a sign of uniting opposing forces within you. So we're not connecting to anyone else right now, we're just connecting to ourselves. Call your energy into you. Let's create a container for that. So with your nose, draw a circle in the air in front of you. You can imagine it's like a fire circle. Your nose is like a fire wand. Go one way and then go the other way. Beautiful. And then draw your nose up and down, activating your connection to Source and to Mother Earth. Beautiful. Step into your sphere, expand that sphere, and know that only the purest vibrations of love and light can enter this sphere. Nothing but love and light can enter your space. So call your energy back. All the ways that you have given your energy away to others, just call it back. Anyone you've sent bad vibes to or good vibes to, just call it back. And release from yourself anything that's been festering in you, anyone that's been on your mind, anything that's robbing you in any way of your energy right now. And just know this is happening. We're going to call in our I am present. So these are some of the I am statements for the year ahead. Enjoy them. And remember, every month with I'm going to call it now the Celestial Alchemy Sessions, because we work with the moon, the sun and the stars. We have new I am codes to embed. For now, please speak out loud with conviction. In response to me, respond it back. I am all that is.
I am all that is.
I am the one self I am.
I am the one self I am.
I am that I am.
I am that I am.
I am the source of my creations.
I am the source of my creation.
I am the creator of my reality.
I am the creator of my reality.
I am the creation.
I am the creation.
I am a multi-dimensional being of love and light.
I am a multi-dimensional being of love and light.
I am sovereign.
I am sovereign.
I am free.
I am free.
I am my soul in control.
I am my soul in control.
I am my personal paradise.
I am my personal paradise.
I am my highest self.
I am my highest self.
On my most optimal timeline.
On my most optimal timeline.
I am Earth's organic paradise timeline.
I am Earth's organic
Paradise.
timeline.
I am rooted in love.
I am rooted in love.
And my foundation is peace.
And my foundation is peace.
I am the force of source.
I am the force of source.
I am the magnetic magician.
I am the magnetic magician.
Channeling the force of source.
Channeling the force of source.
In alignment with the highest good.
In alignment with the highest good.
I am a miracle.
I am a miracle.
Therefore a creator of miracles.
Therefore a creator of miracles.
I am a magical.
I am magical.
Therefore a creator of magic.
Therefore a creator of magic.
I am divine sacred union.
I am divine sacred union.
I am divine infinite wealth.
I am divine infinite wealth.
I am divine vibrant health.
I am divine vibrant health.
I am
that I am.
that I am. And just breathe. So allowing ourselves to open to our guides and teachers, the purest vibrations of love and light connecting with us, our individual guides, and then calling in the frequency of our oversoul, which will overlay over our individual spheres for the duration of this time together, and then it will dissolve. We're all connected to each other. We call in our star families, our guides and teachers of the purest vibrations of love and light, the ascended masters that work through us, the angels and archangels that guide us and inspire us and protect us. Call in our ancestors, bloodline and soul. And we are committed deeply now to taking the best and leaving the rest in every area of our lives. I command that I am a pure channel of source, all that is, and everyone receives exactly what is for their highest good tonight. And we are aligning with the win, win, win in everything, in every one of our intentions. I am divine grace. I am divine joy. I am divine ease. I am divine peace. I am that I am. You can release your hands. Just let your left hand under your right for a moment. So creating a little mudra, connect your thumbs as well. We're just going to invite the Star Peace Collective in. Ishtaraya chiaranaya kuraya siya aranaya oya ya saranaya kia ya awana oraya siya asarana kue 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 kue. Beloved ones, welcome. We are so pleased to be with you. We are so pleased to be with you. Thank you for heeding the call. Thank you for allowing us to work through you. Thank you for opening to receiving what is for your joy, your pleasure, your divine delight. Yasarana kiawana kira sususuraya chiaya. We are so happy to bestow upon you through the 3i Atlas the gifts that are coming. Ishta icha arana kiawana kura sususuraya chi. All you are required to do is to open your hearts to receive. Ishta kawana hura sususuraya chiawanaya. So, Rosy Glow. Rosy Glow will be asking you a series of questions to support you to align truly with what you most desire. It is all here. It is all here. Receive, receive, enjoy, and believe. When you believe, you receive. More from us later. Ishtaraya awana. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right. That came out of nowhere. Thank you, Star Peace Collective. All right, so get your notepads out. We've got to get the information. Okay, done. All right. Which eye is it?
The left one's
Interesting.
no, I think it's twisted.
Feminine healing. Okay, so first of all, I'm going to ask you to answer some questions quietly in your heart. Don't overthink it. There's 4 main areas here that we all have stuff, right? And we're all making the shift. You've heard the call to go from longing to having. So this is your transition point. As we move into the main visualization, that's going to be the portal of receiving. Okay, so just going to work with me on this. Don't get in your head about it. Just let your first response be the one you go with. 4 areas all impact us. First one, love. Where in your life have you been chosen last or not at all? Have you got any memories in your life about being chosen last or not at all? It's going to kind of send you a few different places because we're deprogramming. I'm going to get to the root cause, not the symptoms. Where have you been chosen last or not at all? Just answer the question, anything that comes up for you. I remember being at school, for example, and when they pick teams. Anyone stand out in your mind, in your heart, as never choosing you? Everyone else but you. And what story of unworthiness has overstayed its welcome? What story of unworthiness has overstayed its welcome? If there's anything to do with love or anywhere else in your life, what story of unworthiness has overstayed its welcome? Now, again, you can write the questions down and come back to them. I'm going to definitely suggest you play with this for, well, as we build up to the solstice, really, because this is the energy we're clearing, right? Now, I'm going to just take you into the next question. This is preliminary, so don't get in your head about it. We're just really seeing where the main pain points are. C, purpose. So, in which area do you almost arrive before everything collapses again? In which area do you almost arrive before everything collapses again? I'm thinking of a dear loved one who it's always financial, just about to break free, and something always comes along. I will be giving you examples. In which area do you almost arrive before everything collapses? Remember I said we're all masters of self-sabotage here. We do it because we're testing ourselves. Okay, next question. This is about money. Where does money leave faster than it arrives? In which area of your life? Like, maybe you've always got money for like business stuff, but you don't have money for your personal stuff. Where does money leave faster than it arrives? Where is that hole for you that you can't seem to sort out, you know? Maybe you've got a business that brings in a lot of revenue, but it all goes out on staff costs. So little left. Now, is there always an emergency that eats your overflow? That's another question. Financial. Is there always an emergency that eats your overflow? And you know what? This could be about time as well as money. So the first one was about love, the second one was about purpose, the third one was about money, the first one's about identity, this last one. Take a moment with this, and you might not be able to like really access this part of you, but what does your future self who already wins feel like in your body? Because we're going to be doing a lot of winning energy. What does your future self who already wins feel like in your body? I was feeling her all day today until 10 minutes before this, and then I got the fear. Feels great. She's like, what does she feel like in your body? What do they feel like in your body? Again, this is for you. Now, where this gets very interesting, and this isn't the quiz, by the way, I'm going to take you through the quiz in a bit, but we're going to just take this a little deeper. So, next question. This is where the juicy bit is. So the first bits were a little bit preliminary. Now, where do you want success to stabilise? Which area of your life has felt stuck in a loop you are finally ready to break? We need to know where the problem is to get to solution, right? So which area of your life has felt stuck in a loop that you are finally ready to break? And again, money always comes in and somehow immediately goes out. Love starts well, then collapses when I get close. My creativity bursts open, then disappears for months. Who has that oscillating creativity thing going on? Every time I get momentum in my purpose, something derails me. I start healing or healthy routines, but I never sustain them. I rise in one direction and then another area of my life falls apart. This is very common. So these are all just little telltales. If any of that is going on for you, just make a note of it. Something always takes it away. Things look good, then they fail in love. You have your bursts of creativity, can't sustain it. You get momentum, then something throws you off course. You start good routines, but then can't carry on. That's me. I rise in one direction when another part of my life falls apart. That might be true for you. Okay, we're going to move on. These are the loops that keep repeating, right? So if you know the key areas where you have these loops going on, and there'll be more than one, as we practice the winning, the receiving, the having, the succeeding, you can apply that feeling to everything else in your life that you want to shift it. Babe, I wouldn't put any more on. We're roasting. Sorry, my fire starter is taking care of the fire. You look really good with the background, babe. I have to say.
I look very white though.
Oh, I don't know. But you kind of are quite white.
Translucent.
That's the light.
Yeah.
Turn it down a bit.
I look very white, like almost day glow.
There you go.
Oh,
Is that
I've got
better?
skin
Good.
colour.
A little bit of colour. You're an alien. Okay, next one. If success became consistent in just one area of your life, which area would create a ripple effect everywhere else? Like, let your imagination soar here. If success became consistent in just one area of your life, which area would create a ripple effect everywhere else? Here's some examples. If my finances became stable, everything would relax because I was not stressed about money. If I finally felt chosen in love, my confidence would unlock. If I had clarity in my purpose, my energy would rise. If my health anchored, I'd stop sabotaging progress. I know for many, dealing with like chronic fatigue stuff, it's really debilitating, right? And part of chronic fatigue, the way I'm going to share this from a metaphysical point of view, is you're so plugged into everyone and everything, your energy is not sovereign, you're literally being bled dry and spending way too much time in this thing. It's exhausting. Don't hang out there. Hang out here. This place, oh my gosh, you loop. Finally, if I trusted myself fully, I'd stop looking for permission. This has been huge for me. Like, who's going to give me permission for what I'm creating? Seriously.
I did.
And do I listen?
Sometimes.
Nah. Okay, third one. Which emotional pattern is ready to leave your field tonight? This is tonight, no fucking about, okay? Tonight. Which emotional pattern is ready to leave your field tonight? The fear that things will fall apart if I stop controlling everything. That was me. The guilt that makes me say yes when every cell wants to say no. That, I have to admit, it's been playing out recently. The shame that whispers, I'm behind or not enough. The nice person mask that keeps me small, silent or overly responsible, seriously resenting everybody. That's not you, is it? No. The unworthiness that makes me settle for crumbs. That was me. That was so me. And then tries to make the crumbs a meal. The belief that my life can improve, but only so much. Oh, yeah, limit yourself. Oh, I don't want too much. I said to my dad that I reckon I could be a millionairess in this life. He was horrified. Why would you want that? I was like, because I can help loads of people if I've got loads of money. I can support people in their way. Don't have to struggle. Last one. Identity preparation. Who is your winning self? You may not know who your next level identity is yet, but which one quality would the version of you who already wins embody? See what comes through here. They move through life with calm certainty. They don't negotiate their standards. They say yes with clarity and no without guilt. They trust their intuition instantly. You've got to go through a deprogramming for that. But they receive support with ease. They walk into rooms already belonging. They expect things to work out for them. So, you can choose as many of those as you like, but let yourself really receive the guidance. What would really make the biggest difference for you?
Yes, no is the big one.
Which one?
The yes, no is the big one. People say yes, but don't hardly say no. Don't know how.
That's your one, is it?
They don't want to offend.
Is that yours?
Used to be.
Which one of these would you say is now your one?
Which one now? Oh, I don't know. I was just thinking of the big one, really. It was the big shift.
I think for me is I don't negotiate my standards. That's been the hardest thing to do, because I know that as I've been up leveling, not everyone's coming with me, and I hate saying goodbye, but I've got to keep going.
I think receive support.
I'll support you, babe.
I know, yeah, it's receiving it, though, isn't it?
Yeah, it's even asking for it.
Yeah.
Okay, let's start with the winning frequency download. So we're now, if you want to, I mean, I'm going to recommend you listen to this again and again and again, but if you want to grab your phone and you want to record this bit now, so it's something you can tap back into, we're going to access the winning frequency. Then we're going to bring all of this into the co-creation that is with the Trojan Horse of Peace, okay? So, get comfortable. If you want to use your phone, then you just use the voice memo app. You can always do it later, right? You can listen to the recording and do it later. So just get yourself comfortable, have a little rub of your hands. If you've got crystals that you want to charge up, that's fine. Just get your energy field nice and clear and plug in. So hand on heart, hand on lower belly or solar plexus, you decide. Create a closed circuit. So remember, our oversoul is connected, but we're all in our individual droplets in the ocean of love. In fact, open and close your eyes just a few times. And then look upwards towards the ceiling, towards your forehead, until your eyes are blinking, and they're blinking. You might even want to yawn. Blinking until your eyelids want to close. Just breathe. Now you're in your sphere. Your sphere is your creativity studio. We've activated your I am presence. I want you to imagine a screen in front of you. And whether you are wearing a virtual headset or you're seeing yourself on the screen in front, I'm going to give you a few scenarios to play with here. Some of them you'll be like, what? I don't even do that. Doesn't matter. This is how we anchor the sensation, the memory, the muscle memory of winning, of succeeding. So, I'm just going to take you into a pub on a Friday night. And there's a darts competition. And you're up. You take that dart, you look at that bullseye. You're like, I'm getting that bullseye. Highest self, genie, fairy godmother, come on. So you aim for it, take a deep breath in, you see yourself hitting that target, and you throw that dart. Bullseye. Do it 2 or 3 times. Test yourself. Try it again. You're like, maybe that was a fluke. Let's do this again. Come on, again. Your eyes are closed, you're aiming for it, you're looking at it, and you're like, bullseye! Yeah, baby! Now you're going to test yourself with your left hand if you're right-handed, otherwise flip it round. Again. Feel it. What's the feeling? Woo! We got it. Okay. Let's move on with the imagery. So now you're playing golf. I don't play golf, by the way. I don't play darts either, but we're having a go. Have a go. You can play golf. You are, like Neo, in the Matrix, and you're downloading the codes for this, okay? So codes are being downloaded, and now you're practicing your swing, and you're aiming for a hole in one. Okay, maybe it's like crazy golf or something. It doesn't matter. Like, just go with what works for you. So take the arm back and just imagine the follow through. You hit the ball, it goes up, you see where you want it to go, and oh my goodness, it goes straight in the hole. Hole in one. Some of these are going to light you up, some of them are not. We're just going to move through until you get the one, but just notice how your body is responding to this feeling of winning, of succeeding, of aiming for something and doing it. This is the opposite of sinning, which is what we've all been indoctrinated. Let's try it one more time. So again, you could do crazy golf if the full golf thing just scares you. So just give it a go, pull the putt back, and then in it goes! Yeah! If you want to try the other side, just to make sure this was not a fluke and you can do it both sides. Don't look at my golf swing, Ian. Don't look at my golf swing.
Your grip's terrible.
You shouldn't be looking, your eyes should be closed.
I'm hoping closed.
Okay, so let's let the golf go. Right, next up. And these are things I don't do, but we're now in it. We've gone to, where is that place in America that people go and they gamble?
Vegas.
Vegas. We've gone to Vegas. We're in Vegas, baby. I want you to imagine yourself in your favourite coat, your bling, your everything, and you're hanging out with the fruit machines, because that's what you do. Of course you do. You're a starseed hanging out with fruit machines. And you know what? You're going to hit the jackpot. You're going to hit the jackpot. So you go and you put that token in and you pull that lever down and oh my goodness, it's 3 lots of cherries or whatever it is you need, and all those coins are coming down. All those coins are coming down. What does that feel like? What does it feel like? Let your imagination lead the way. Maybe go to another machine. Or go to a roulette table. I'm not advocating gambling. Just want to say, let's play this game for fun. So you pick number 22, black. Spins. You put all your chips down. 22 black it is. You've won. How does that feel in your body? How does that feel? How does that feel? This is yours. You've won. You've done it. This is significant. This is huge. Where is it in your body? What's the biofeedback? Okay. Let's try another fruit machine just for fun. So go, imagine someone's taking you to a game you've never played before. It's a different type of fruit machine. Decide to give it a go with some of the winnings. You're like, well, I've already won. I don't need to do this, but hey, I'll go. And so you put your token in, you press the lever. You can tell I've never gone to Vegas, right? And then, bam, stars, everything's going, woo, 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 woo. You haven't just won the coins. You've won some extra bonus thing. And I want you to just imagine that you have won so much that you get to go and hand out gifts. Go and hand out gifts to people that really need it. It's like, here you go, mate. Here you go, here you go, here you go. There's plenty here, here you go. And you walk as far as you can, for as long as you can, because you've got so much energy. You're so happy giving to people. Because you've got plenty. You are never going to run out. Never. Just notice how that feels for you. Just let your shoulders melt. Now, we're going for the high jump. You're at the athletics track. You look down, your body's super muscly. You're like, oh, when did this happen? I'm a high jumper, okay. So, you've got your high jump stick and you're running. And then you use that stick to help propel you up and you do your little flick your back up and oh my God, you've got over the edge. You've got over it. You have hit your new record. You've done that high jump. It's happened. Notice how it feels. If you like that one, give it another go. This time you're going to test it with the other hand. So run. Get up and over. And land. This is your gold medal record. You've done it. All that hard work, you've done it. Okay, let's move into a different arena. Let's move into the love arena. Let's just imagine that you've been invited to an event. You decide to go. You walk in, you're looking fabulous. Everyone's turning their heads to look at you. And you just feel drawn in one direction and your eyes lock onto someone. You can only see the back of them, but they instantly feel you and they turn towards you. And immediately there's that electricity between your eyes and your heart and your bits. And you're like, oh my goodness, there it is. Oh, I know you. I know you. Just breathe that in. Breathe that in. What is that like for you? Okay, let's see. We've got a tightrope. Let's try a tightrope. So this tightrope, you are deciding to test yourself. You have been practicing balancing. Let's actually make it a gym bar. Gym bar that you can walk on and then you can do a couple of double flips, come off the other end. So get on that gym bar, find your balance, gather your momentum, take your flip, take your second flip, and then Arab Spring off, arms up, well done, take a bow, you've done it. I'm going to invite you to download whatever other images really work for you. If you are a horse rider and you're galloping and you're show jumping and you gather yourself, you gallop, the stirrups are short, you gallop, you go over and you manage to clear the whole thing. Just imagine the most perfect round of show jumping. And by now you should be getting the feeling of success in your being. And I want you to come back to whichever of these ideas really work for you, whether it's hitting the jackpot, getting the bullseye, maybe there's a basketball game here or a football game that needs to be played and you aim, send the ball up, it goes into the net. Maybe it's a slam dunk, or we're at the game of the season, it's the World Cup, and you're taking a penalty goal. Check it out, you visualize it. Hit that ball. Back of the net, well past the goalie, you've done it. Goal, 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 goal. Now take a moment and consider for you something that would mean success. For me, for example, I've always been so nervous when I sing on stage. It would be to get on stage, feel really comfortable and sing my best songs, like my voice is right behind me. It's not wobbling because I'm nervous, it's strong. And I belt it and it's amazing. And I feel comfortable and happy on stage. I am divine success. I am the winning formula. Say this to yourself. I am divine success. I am the winning formula. I am the chosen one. Come back to that image of meeting the person of your dreams. Your eyes look up against, lock on each other, and you move towards each other. And instead of hearing them speak and think, oh God, no, I don't think so. You're like, wow, I love your voice. I love your name. Let's dance. And you touch and it feels so good. And then you're waltzing around or you're doing your break dancing or whatever your thing is. Just feel, what is it like to have that thing that till now has eluded you? What does that feel like? So at this point, use whatever visual works for you. Tell yourself, where do you feel the sensation? Where is it in your body? What does it feel like? Is there a colour associated with it? Is there a smell associated with it? Is there a taste associated with it? What does success taste like to you? Feel it. So colour, sensation, smell, taste, location, all of that information you want. And maybe it's moving. Okay, maybe it's a moving image. Just notice. And just before we finish this little part, let's just try a couple more little reminders. So I want you to imagine now that you're threading a needle really easily. Just put it in, pull it through the other side, it's done. Try again. Through the needle, other side, it's done. One more time. Through the needle, the head of the needle, and it's done. And now, imagine you're a ballerina, spinning a pirouette. Spin, 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 and land it. Roaring applause. Well done, you. Now just say this out loud. Place your hands wherever it is that for you this sensation emanates. I am the frequency of winning, succeeding, receiving, and having. I am that I am. Well done. So very gently come back, lovely ones. And just know that just before we go into the co-creation, it's one thing to have that sensation. You need to have that biofeedback, right? What does it feel like to succeed? And if we've only ever known failure in certain areas of our life, or the not succeeding, then it's about looking where we've had success, where it's been easy to achieve something, and what that feels like, and applying that to the areas where we've not known the success. But beyond this, it's also about recognizing that if you have had a really hard time with something, it's going to require a lot of your persistence to overcome that. And most of us just give up. We feel like it's not going to happen for us, so we turn another direction. And sometimes what we want changes as we go towards it, and maybe we discover it's not the be all and end all, we want something else instead. But you've got to go towards what you want to then be able to find out what you really want. So I'm going to ask you a set of questions now, which is the quiz, and I want you to just notice whether you're mostly A's, B's or C's. And this is important. Some of you are already in my containers, you're in my energy field, you've worked with me, you've been through coaching programs or memberships, you've come and done one-offs on my yoga sessions. But the important thing is to access something is one thing, to maintain it is quite another. And so star peace is a concept that we can shift from problem to solution. But the methodology is everything that I offer through Rosy Glow. And I'm just going to say that everyone has the next step to take. The important thing is today, for you to align with winning, succeeding, with having, take that next step. You know what it is. It will be something beyond what you're doing now. And whether it's with me or not, it doesn't matter. It's that you take that step. There are 3 areas that are essential for all of us to understand. These all need to be done, and most of us have done 1, maybe 2, but not all 3. And I'll talk a little bit more about this later, but for now, I just want you to be aware of your answers. And this is like just you knowing where you most are going to benefit going next. Okay, where your support is going to be most helpful for you to hold you've got to access it, hold it, and hold it long enough, attune it long enough that the world around you will shift in response to what you're calling in. And when you have like 10 people around you going, yes, you can do it, yes, you can do it, yes, you can do it, it's a completely different timeline to one where you've got 10 people saying, no, you can't, no, you can't, no, you can't, who do you think you are? So surround yourself with good people, with your soul tribe, like everyone here. Okay? All right, so let's go with this. Just again, don't get in your head about it. Just let the information come through, because as we go into the receiving of the gifts, you know, with that will come the ways to make things possible for you. But don't expect it all to just land right here. You have to stretch. That's how we grow. You know, the wingspan we're all being called to now is much bigger. Like we've all had exponential growth over the last few years. I've stretched myself to breaking point at times, I'm not going to lie. Tested my mental resilience, my physical resilience, my emotional resilience, and my spiritual resilience. But I've got a big dream. Depending on the size of your dream, pay attention to what's required. Okay, so first question. Don't get in your head about it, just write down A, B, or C. When you imagine your next level, like when you think about, I really want this, I want this to materialize, how committed do you feel? A, I'm building momentum. B, I'm rising and ready. C, I'm all in and willing to show up fully. I'll say them again. A, I'm building momentum. B, I'm rising and ready. C, I'm all in and willing to show up fully. Just get your answer down. I'm going to ask you to share your answers with me once you've got, it's only 6 questions, by the way, A's, B's or C's. So just give you a sense of what we're doing is going round the houses so that we don't block ourselves, because we all are masters of resistance, right? So just again, to put everyone in a nice space here, I have so many gifts to give you, all right? This is not about selling. This is about giving to you. I'm inviting you to receive, right? And everyone who stays to the end, there's a little extra bonus as well coming for those of you who do. Okay, so just saying, keep that in mind. I forgot to say it earlier. Right, next question. What type of transformation are you calling in? Emotional stability, embodiment, consistent progress. Say it again, emotional stability, embodiment, consistent progress. That's A. B, major upgrades, relationships, money, purpose, self-trust. C, full identity evolution, mission activation, generational healing. I'll say them again. A, this is the question, what type of transformation are you calling in presently? In this year of the fire horse, go big. A, emotional stability, embodiment, consistent progress. B, major upgrades, relationships, money, purpose, self-trust. So in those areas. C, full identity evolution, mission activation, generational healing. Okay, next question. It's so important you answer these honestly as well, right? Because you can want something but not be ready for it. So we just want to be aware of this. How ready is your nervous system for big change? A, I need grounding and consistency first. B, I can handle expansion with group support. C, I'm ready for identity level transformation. Again, A, I need grounding and consistency first. B, I can handle expansion with group support. C, I'm ready for identity level transformation. Next question. How do you prefer to be guided? A, I like to learn within community spaces. B, I thrive in coaching with accountability. C, I want direct access to my mentor. So again, how do you prefer to be guided? A, I like to learn within community spaces. B, I thrive in coaching with accountability. C, I want direct access to my mentor. And if you haven't before got involved in anything outside of self-study, so self-help books, videos, etc., have a guess. What do you feel you'd be called towards? Which one lights you up? 2 more questions. How do you tend to invest in your growth? A, I prefer accessible stepping stone investments I can grow from. B, I stretch into programs that challenge me and move me forward. C, I invest intensively, because I know the ROI is quantum. That's me. Right, again. A, I prefer accessible stepping stone investments I can grow from. I definitely started there, right? B, I stretch into programs that challenge me and move me forward. Definitely went there. And then C, I invest intensively because I know the ROI is quantum. Just write it down, A, B or C, where you are now. Not where you were, where you are now. What you want next. What you want is one thing, how you get it is another, right? But you've got to know what you want. And most of us are not honest because we think about the price attached to it. And by that, I mean the effort, right? Oh, I want this, but I know I'm going to have to put loads of effort in. So I won't ask for that. I'll ask for something easy. You'll never be satisfied, ever. Right, last one. How do you feel you would like to be supported best? A, I want gentle guidance and community to stabilize my foundation. B, I want a structured, transformational, guided pathway. C, I want personalized mentorship to rapidly shift my deepest patterns. Again, A, I want gentle guidance and community to stabilize my foundation. B, I want a structured, transformational, guided pathway. C, I want personalized mentorship to rapidly shift my deepest patterns. Notice these were all wants. Now, just look at what you've got there in terms of A's, B's or C's. Like, what's the majority? If you've got a split, that's okay. That's going to tell you mostly A's, mostly B's. Fine. It'll tell you where you're in between, mostly B's, mostly C's. You'll see where you are. So just be open to this. I'll just give you a little quick breakdown on this before we go into the Trojan horse. And the Trojan horse is galloping towards us imminently right now. So, as I said, there's really 3 areas that all of us have the work to do, okay? However you do it, the important thing is to understand that we have a narrative shift that is required that will allow us to shift from problem to solution. So the narrative we inherited and the narrative we tell ourselves is conscious mind alignment. And that has to change, because you can change your wiring, you can change your pre-birth influences, but if you don't actually shift your narrative, you'll keep coming back to the familiar narrative. The hologram around you will keep coming back to what you know, because that's what you expect. You have to change your view of the world for the world to change. Your perception influences your experience. So that's key, from problem to solution. The other key area is the platform upgrade, from surviving to thriving. We've all been wired to survive. I'm sure you see online everywhere. You've got, like, you know, somatic practices. You've got, I'm seeing more and more now around repatterning birth trauma, which is awesome. But our nervous systems are fight, flight, freeze fawn dominant. Pleased to say, apparently my nervous system is now parasympathetic dominant, parasympathetic nervous system dominant. That means I've done so much work, you have no idea. And one of our beautiful members is Natalie. Natalie's a phenomenal homeopath and nutritionist, and she does this testing if you want to find it out. She did not ask me to plug her, but I'm just saying that this is really powerful stuff if you want to do it. We did a hair sample to help us understand. Yeah, just out of nowhere. Yeah, you didn't do from your head, did you?
I did. I had to grow it all.
Oh, yes, you did. I forgot. Okay, and the third area is actually your pre-birth influences. So the system upgrade, platform upgrade is key. And it is systematic. It's our social conditioning that has got us wired into survival rather than thriving. That whole thing has to happen. The collective programming has to happen. Your personal narrative, collective programming, inherited programming, and then we come to your pre-birth influences. I know many of my clients haven't done this work with me yet because I only set it up a year or two ago. So this is the key beliefs that we made pre-consciously: conception, pregnancy, birth, and immediate postpartum period. And some scientists, well, most scientists will tell you conception, pregnancy doesn't really matter, doesn't come online to the last 3 months. Mark my words, it does, and you will know more and more about that as the years go by. So we all make these key decisions. They influence our perception. Every time we're about to grow and actually step into the having rather than the longing, oh no, you get back in your box. That ain't gonna happen. We don't do that. That's not who we are. So until you change those beliefs, you'll find you have a real push-pull every time you're growing into the next level. I've become a master at growing to next level. The resistance levels I've encountered, you've witnessed it all, including me throwing myself on the floor going, I can't do this. It's all part of the journey.
Growth's uncomfortable.
Growth is uncomfortable. So, if you are mostly A's, you thrive in community and stabilization. The Star Peace Paradise Earth Portal multidimensional yoga would be your sweet next step. Okay, this is helpful. And I'm going to ask you, for those of you who do send me, you DM me your answers, I will respond to you personally. We can have a conversation about what would be a good step for you to take next. I want you to have access to everything. That's why I put this event on. Buy the book, have the cards, get the merch. Like, be the thing you want. Be the solution, not the problem. Right? But you want to take a next step beyond that? Notice what is there for you, available to you, and commit to it. Right? If you're mostly B's, then structural transformation is key here, and that's where liberation from limitation and fearless, loved up, and limitless as our programs are key for you. They're group programs, and I have got a very special offer which I've never made before, and it's to you all. I'm going to make it. You're going to have to act quick if you want it, okay? Because we're actually going to give you an opportunity to have them both for a very, very reasonable investment. Thirdly, if you're mostly C's, you are built for one-to-one work. Okay, that's going to be where you benefit most. So whether that's one-off VIP days, one-off sessions, longer term containers, all the work that I do one-to-one tends to be a year to 2 to 3 years. With my higher level clients, that's what I do. There is a 4-month option, there's a 1-month option, but the important thing is if you are a one-to-one type person, let me know and we'll look at what you're going to line up with next, okay? So I would love to know if you're mostly A's, B's or C's and you're happy to put it in the chat box. That would be great. Gosh, we've got loads and loads here. So what would be good is if you all add up your answers, and if you feel brave enough to put them into the space, please do. And as I said, I am going to prioritize those of you who are like, I want something now. You just DM me. We're going out tonight. After this, we're going out. We've got a party to go to. We're going to spread the Star Peace codes. But tomorrow, I will have some time in the evening to respond to you. And the same with Sunday. And I will get back to you. If you DM me or you email me back on the emails and you let me know where you're at in your A, B's or C's, I will come back to you and we will take you to your next step. Whatever that may be, I might have a free resource for you. I'm here. I'm committed to you. You commit to yourself as much as I'm committed to you. Expect. And anyone who knows me deeply, who's been in Rise, who's been through this, you speak up. You know how I show up. You will get it. You'll get everything you ask for, but you've got to show up. You've got to go to the edge and I'll be right there for you. All right? Okay, shall we get on with this lovely co-creation? Feels important to do that. Just before I do that, I'm going to give you a little heads up on what's happening. So, Liberation from Limitation is our usually 2-month narrative rewrite course. I haven't run it for 4 years, it's been a while. We're running it in February, and we're actually going to run it as a 2-week intensive. We're going to run it in a way we've never done it before, because I know that your narrative rewrite has to happen this year. Otherwise, you are just going to be playing out old tapes. And not only are we going to offer it as a 2-week intensive, it's going to run slightly differently to how it used to, but that's okay. You're ready for it. It's at a price I haven't offered it at this price for, I think, since I started. So I'm making it accessible because I know there's a lot of you who don't know me, you don't know my work, you don't know the transformation available, and I don't want to put blockers in front of you. I want you to come and do Fearless. And here's the deal. For those of you who are like, I'm a hell yes to or heaven yes to Fearless anyway, the offer is this. You will get Liberation for Limitation as a gift if you sign up to Fearless. You have to sign up to the full package, and the full package isn't just going to give you the 6-month Fearless journey and a month intensive with me, which on its own is normally 3.5 grand. You're also going to get Liberation from Limitation. So you're going to end up basically with 8 months of support for one payment. Now, you want to know more about all of that, you're going to need to come to me. I've got 4 spaces only at the 7,777 price. Okay, and that is for those of you who want to do Liberation from Fearless, Loved Up and Limitless. You'll get Liberation from Limitation and the 1-month intensive for me. There's only 4 of those. Then it goes up a little bit. I'll explain when we actually have a conversation. Okay, so just make sure that you get in touch if this is something that you want. Now, let us get on with our co-creation. So you may at this point want to get comfy with your crystals. Make sure that you are able to lie down if you want to lie down. If you've got a grounding mat, ground on your grounding mat. I've got my feet on my grounding mat. Expand yourself. Make sure your arms and your legs are uncrossed. And anything I've shared with you to this point, remember, we're no longer grasping, we're having. So if there's something you want, you line up with it and you ask to be shown how you can have it, and it will show up for you. Okay, so I'm going to come back to my script and guide you through.
Bring you round a bit better.
What's that?
Bring you round a bit better on the angle.
If you want, darling, that's fine.
Side on.
So let's actually, so I'm going to stop the recording and start again, so we've got this separate.
That back here.
Okay, so now we are calling in the Trojan horse of peace. I'm going to take you through a guided visualization where you're going to receive the codes of having. Now, just take yourself again into the energy of success, of succeeding where you have only ever known challenge. Take yourself into the energy of having what you've longed for and never been able to receive. Take yourself into the energy of receiving. Just open your heart, come back to what we were working with the winning codes. I'm just going to remind you of that beautiful statement that brings us into the winning energy. Say it to yourself. I am the frequency of winning, succeeding, receiving, and having. I am that I am. So now as you breathe, imagining yourself in your beautiful sphere of compassion, knowing that this is holding your energy field, it's holding you and all that you are. And as you breathe deeply, calling in your I am presence, giving your mind and brain permission to relax and become the scribe of this experience, your emotional body to surrender into peace. And just to open to your winning formula, whatever that is, your winning codes. Just call in some I am love so you can say this out loud. I am divine love. I am divine wisdom. I am divine power. I am divine intent. I am a multi-dimensional being of love and light. I am sovereign. I am free. I am divine success. I am receiving with grace and ease. I am enjoying the sensation of having what I truly desire. I am that I am. Now you're on this earth, and it's a dark, dark night. You're aware of your feet on the ground and the charge of the earth beneath you. You're aware of your energy field expanded around you. And you're also looking up at the stars in the sky. And as you look at all of the twinkling stars in the sky, you know that you are a star in that sky. And you are also the earth being looking at that star in the sky. You are the observer and you are the observed. You are the droplet. You are the ocean. And just for a moment, you're loving the way that this is playing out. You're loving the synergy of remembering all of this gracefully and easily. Now, as you're looking up at the sky, you start to hear this sound. And it sounds like a galloping horse. Just imagine that above you, as you're hearing this sound, and it's kind of stereo sound, it's coming from everywhere. The sky ripples open. You see this, seems like a big ripple of fire take the form of this huge white horse. And you see that this horse has wings because it's a Pegasus. You know it's made of starlight and destiny. And it has a unicorn horn because it's full of magic. And as you're hearing this galloping horse, this galloping Pegasus, this magical unicorn creature, you also know it's huge. And you have this sense that this is the maverick Trojan horse of peace. You can feel in your heart the excitement build up because it's carrying the 3i Atlas codes for Paradise Earth. This Trojan horse is the 3i Atlas. And each flap of its wings sends waves of remembrance through your chest. You know this. This horse is you. This Pegasus is you. The wings of your heart are your arms. Now, as you're seeing the Pegasus going through the night sky, it's going across the sky and it's going to turn and start making its way towards you. It's not just you, there's me, there's all of us, there's quite a few of us. And as we gather and we see what's going on, you see this huge ring of fire open up in the sky, and you know this is the 1212 portal. And as this Pegasus prepares to line up and move through, you know that you'll never be the same. This ring of fire is a radiant cosmic portal, and the Pegasus must align perfectly with its ring to deliver what it carries. The ring of fire and the Pegasus have to line up. And as you look around you, you see there are many other souls. In fact, the 144,400 are all gathered. And every soul gathered here tonight becomes a beacon of light. Together, we form the runway, the landing strip, the signal that says, yes, we are ready, come through. Now, just before we see this Pegasus unicorn line up with the fire portal, we remember our sacred gifts. What is it that we feel we've always longed for but never had, never been able to experience, never been able to receive? And of course it can relate to any of the areas of life we've talked about: the love, the money, the purpose, the health. I'd like you to go deeper. What about qualities like worthiness, deserving, approval, self-acceptance, visibility, permission, acceptance, allowing? Just feel into your life story to this point. Consider the role you've played. Have you been the one who plays safe to keep the peace, doesn't rock the boat? Or are you the rebel that has to have your say that thing that's going to make everyone uncomfortable? If you're a fighter, have you been missing peace? Sense of joy, fulfillment. Just take that moment to really feel into this. Because as your body becomes a lighthouse, seeing this amazing Pegasus unicorn, 3i Atlas, Trojan horse of peace come towards you, immense power available to you. Your aura widens. Your whole being says, land here. Bring the codes home. So now I'm inviting you to come back to remembering that winning energy, that energy of hitting the bullseye, getting the jackpot, hole in one, eyes looking across the room, nailing the song, the dance, the performance, winning the lottery, whatever your thing is. Watch as the Pegasus lines up with the ring of fire. Watch as the flames bend towards its light. Watch as it enters the portal without resistance and bursts through on your side, radiant, roaring with peace. Istara ya chiawana kora susura chia acharana sura chura ki yawana ya yaura usura 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 kukueya yastawana ya. Oh, now it stands before you, not as a myth, as truth. The Pegasus lowers its head. And a shimmering bag appears at your feet. Inside are keys. Each one humming with a frequency you have longed for. You've got the key to worthiness, the key to approval, the key to deserving, the key to permission, the key to prosperity, the key to affection, the key to opportunity, the key to receiving, the key to safety, the key to support, the key to divine timing, the key to your full body yes. Now these keys unlock the doors you have believed were sealed. And the way that we'll experience this now is by moving into the energy of this Trojan horse of peace. If you were to move around now this Pegasus, you'll see that it's as though a magical doorway opens up into this magical creature. And as you see this opening, there are all of these light codes beaming out of the Pegasus, like all these little shimmering lights. You've got your bag of keys, and there's all these shimmering lights beckoning you into this beautiful Trojan horse. Now, as you step into it, as we each step into it, we get to play the game of doorways. And as you move into the Pegasus, there are all these doorways opening up to all of these potentials that you get to explore. So imagine yourself holding one of these keys as you walk to a door that has always felt just out of reach. Look at what it says on the door. Maybe it is the door to money that stays. Maybe it's the door to love that chooses you. Maybe it's the door to opportunities that don't collapse. Maybe it's the door to ease or clarity or affection. You place the key into the lock, and it turns as though it has been waiting for you this whole time. And the door swings open. And on the other side is abundance, resources, support, community, clarity, momentum. The you who has been longing finally is having. And just take a moment in this space. Take a moment to be in the magic of receiving. Take a moment to walk around this magical land that you are co-creating. Feel what it's like to have. Just let yourself be in the magic and the mystery. Dance your dance, experience the opulence, enjoy the limelight. Let yourself be the center right now. Remember that we're all on this Trojan horse, or in this horse together. We're all receiving these light codes for ourselves individually, because collectively we benefit. Now, this magical space is somewhere you can enter whenever you want to. You just call the fire horse to you, the unicorn Pegasus to you. You call it to you, it comes through the ring of fire, and it's ready to teleport you wherever you want to go. You step into it and you experience this magical world of having. And you can travel where you want with this Pegasus unicorn. You can go wherever you want to experience all forms of doors opening. And for now, we're going to anchor these codes into your earth chakra, the place where your soul meets your humanity. So receiving success, having, fulfillment, peace, joy, delight. Send these energies, these codes through your legs, down through the soles of your feet, into the crystalline core of the earth. Let Mother Earth say to you, yes, I will grow this for you. What you gift yourself, you gift the world. Your peace becomes peace for the collective. Your having becomes humanity's having. Your coherence becomes a stabilizing force for the planet. Now we can just very gently allow ourselves to feel how, as we anchor these codes into the earth, they spread across the crystalline grid. They spread from our hearts out through the divine heart grid. They spread from the soul chakras out to the divine mind grid, and your light body expands. Remember your earth chakra, your soul chakra, your light body connected to both. Spin your light body, my friends, whether you see a 6-pointed star or an octahedron diamond shape. Spin your light body so you see these codes amplifying and spreading out into your world for everyone you know and love to receive them, to receive them, to receive them. And you keep spinning until you've reached a point of frequency where it seems as though your light body gets still again and it shines super brightly. And this is where we anchor. So you give thanks to this Trojan horse, this Pegasus unicorn, peace bringer, and gently float from the belly of the Pegasus into your part of the landing strip. You anchor your codes into the earth even more deeply. Take a breath. Breathe out, earth your breath, come into your body. And when you're ready, slowly deepen your breath until you feel ready to fully return, knowing you're not who you were before this began. You are someone who hits the mark now. You've got the codes. So let's just anchor this. Anchor, lock and seal, recalibrate, align, balance and harmonize for graceful and gentle integration and full expression in all dimensions of our beingness and all space and time. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Now, our Pegasus unicorn is ready to go back out into the cosmos. So give thanks to this sacred special friend of all of ours who's with us all year. And just see them going back through the portal, back out to where they come from, Source herself. We are complete. Welcome back, gorgeous ones. How are we doing? I would love to hear how you're doing. Basically stuck to time, just 5 minutes over, so available now for Q&A. I do need to share with you all the gift that I promised I would share, and I would love your feedback on all of this, okay, because this is one to be repeated, as I said, and I purposely wanted to make sure that if you were all going out and doing something tonight, you could. You go out with these winning codes. You go out with this energy that you have shifted something. You know where in your body this energy is. You know how you can tap into it, but it's about consistently tapping into it until success, until winning, until having becomes your expectation and habit. And that's exactly why I shared with you what's on offer, that we offer to support you to do that, to anchor. And those who've been through my programs will say to you, you know, it's one thing to do the clearing, it's then another thing to maintain and hold frequency. And that's what we do meticulously. We're very good at it. We have phenomenal methodologies. And this is not like flying and then coming crashing down. None of us want that. So tonight, please earth yourself, drink lots of water, close your energy back up. So just as we've opened, now the important thing is to gently close your energy back up. I just imagine a beautiful flower around me, petals closing, not super sharp, but just calling in. And place a protective colour around you, whatever works for you, whether it's Archangel Michael's indigo cloak, whether it's an emerald green sphere of protection that keeps you sovereign. Remember that when you say the words I am, anything you say after them is a command. So if you say I'm sovereign, but then you live as though you're not, words and actions speak louder than words. You're going to have to keep paying attention to where you're out of alignment with your words, because you don't want to lie to yourself. So change your coding. I'm getting better and better at being sovereign. If being sovereign is too much for you, you all know what I'm talking about. So just feel in your heart. Remember, my loves, Paradise Earth is not arriving, it is emerging through you. Tonight, you didn't just attend an event, you became a landing strip for the light. You became a Trojan horse of peace. You became the frequency that shifts timelines. I want to encourage all of you to remember that energetic alignment is one thing. There has to be physical, emotional and psychological alignment for your multidimensional nature to fully come online. Most of us are kind of strong in certain areas and not in others, so we hobble. And you know, if you have a wingspan and only one of your wings is strong, you're going to go round and round in circles. So feminine and masculine have to be equally strong, right? And you're not greedy to want more. We all want more. What's important is to know you are worthy and deserving of having it. And it's about inviting the support to make it possible and then accepting it when it shows up. The term "don't look a gift horse in the mouth" has kept coming up for me, but I've been associating it to the Trojan horse. of the mythology, the Spartan mythology, whereas, not even mythology, is it? It happened. But basically, when you're being offered something, and it's very British, what's the catch, right? Americans are a lot less cynical, but there's this sense that if it's too good to be true, it must be. If it seems too good to be true, it probably is. And sometimes that is the case. Due diligence is key. But please remember that if you're seeing through eyes of fear, suspicion, lack, everything's unavailable to you because you're in survival mode. You're only thinking beyond your next meal, your next pay packet. And if you want to grow beyond that, you've got to remember that everything you want on the other side of the bridge is scarier than this that you hate, that you keep dealing with. But this is what you know and it's familiar. And as much as you don't like it, it's less scary because you know what you're dealing with than what's over there. What's going to happen when you get it? What if you lose it? That's why the support is so key. None of us are here to do it on our own, right? We seek relationship. Why? Because it feels good. It's nice to have someone have your back, isn't it?
Family. Hi, sis.
Sis is here too. So it's a myth to be independent. We are interdependent. Yes, you got to own your sovereign truth, but you are part of a bigger thing. Okay. So again, I'm going to answer any questions here for those of you who have questions for me. I actually saw a couple of comments and I'd like to know people's experience of what we just did. DL was saying had equal A's and C's, no B's. That vacillation is revealing. Yeah, that's feast or famine, right? Very powerful. If anyone would like to share their results here, you can. But equally, I would prefer you to DM me. And those of you who are serious about moving forward with this, serious about taking your next step, I will prioritize you, but you step forward. Make sure you're following me on Instagram. That's Rosie Glow. You can follow me on TikTok, Rosie Glow. Join the mailing list, which you're all part of now. You can email me. Just send me a message and I will respond to you. And I'll happily support you to build a bridge from where you are to where you want to be. Just make a decision and do something, right? Okay, so anyone got any questions for me? Anyone got any feedback? I'm just going to remove the pin. Hello. On that experience with the Trojan horse. I'd love to know how that was for you. What did it feel like? How was it for you?
It's very good. Very good. Nice experience. Very bright.
I was buzzing. Would anyone like to share? Has anyone got any questions? Go on, Candice.
I was gonna share that the Trojan horse, he was doing his work like intensely while you were activating. I like he was activating me all around, and I felt him come in towards the end, like, and it was really cool and powerful because it's just like it was like I was anchored just like that, like right there. And he like showed me like by him anchoring the way he came in, he said, "This is what 2026 is gonna be like for you." And it was like, take the risk. What did he say? Take the risk, get out, or go home. Because it's like, as you guys know, and people in this community learning, is that my life has like many facets, right? So to deal with, and like the Trojan horse just wants me to be more real instead of being a people pleaser, giving people what they want to hear. He's like, who gives a shit if they don't like it? Like they're like they're like, you're powerful, and he's like, it's about time the people see it. That's what he just channeled to me right now. So 2026 is my human self is like thinking, ooh, 2026 is gonna be daring, but the horse is like, you gotta do it. Like, people have to wake up.
Absolutely. Thank you for sharing that,
Yeah.
Candice. Thank you for sharing
Yeah.
that. Absolutely. And this is, I think for you in particular, there is so much that you are doing in the non-physical realm. And it's really
Yeah,
important that you recognize that as well, because
yeah,
you
that's
know,
true.
the limitations that you have in the earth plane, you are so
Yeah.
free in the non-physical, and your astral body is just going and doing so much work that you, and this goes for everyone, this is why the light body is so important, right? The more you work on developing your light body, Candice, and get it to an octahedron, you'll be able to go beyond
Yeah.
the astral plane, and you just, it's the celestial queendom that wants to learn.
Yeah, I know.
Right, I'm just gonna move on because I want to just say to everyone before I say goodbye, thank you for Candice for that. So much love to you. And by the way, I am talking with how I can get you the Star Peace clothing to Canada. So just bear with me. I haven't forgotten. I'm talking to them. Okay.
Yeah, no problem.
Right, darling. So
The
for everyone
post
who's
office just stopped being on strike.
okay, that's good to know. That's good to know. Cool. That would make it a lot easier. For everyone who's staying.
Rosie, sorry, Lisa had a question quickly.
Okay, I will answer, but just before I do that, I just want to say, can you please put the link to the free yoga class in the text box? So for everybody who would like to have a yoga class, if you're already a member, great. Why not share this with someone you love, right? But I wanted to gift everybody a free class, the multidimensional yoga, because this is how you embody the energetic work that we do. And I see far too many spiritual people not doing the embodiment. And if you get to work with Kate, she is a stickler for the embodiment in the nicest possible way. She lives it. She's gone through such a journey herself. And, you know, we are masters because we practice. It's that simple, right? Over to you, Lisa, darling.
Thank you, Kate. What I wanted to say, first of all, Candice, you're a superstar. I love so much when you talk. I'm like, you inspire me so much. You're crazy, crazy, crazy. I'm in love with you.
Yeah.
Just like
I
that.
love to do your yoga, so I'm right there.
You come and do it. You can do it. Totally do it. Like you make the most of the free class, Candice, because you'll be able to do it energetically and the breath stuff. So just come.
Yeah. Are you gonna you'll send the emails out?
Yeah, it will come out in an email as well. We've got the code here. It's try MD Yoga capitals, but we'll send it by email as well, so you'll have access. Okay.
Okay.
Cool. See you in class. Go on, Lisa. Tell us.
Yeah.
The visualization was really, 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 really crazy. The moment the Trojan horse appeared in the beginning, I started growing, 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 and I realized, oh my God, it's me. Became the Trojan horse, and I was like, we were flying towards each other in slow motion, and the ring of fire was being created by the strong magnetism of our fields, and it was getting so electric that it was creating the fire. And it was so crazy, the encounter. Then it was like, oh my God, I'm gonna become you. We're gonna become one. And then I was like, I was stepping up out of the earth to give a mirror to the Trojan horse as well, for him to be mirrored. And I was answering to the call to be that grandiose mirror for him as he is for us. And as I merged with him, it was more about upgrade for me, but me, my little light, when I entered the Trojan horse, it was maybe more information for him. It was just like little dots, magic dots that was going to his head. and he was getting enlightened by it too. And then we became one. We went to the earth together, and we started like I was just throwing my heart and whatever, the healing on the earth. It was just crazy. And then I said goodbye, and he was good to go because I was like, oh, he transformed me into him, so he doesn't need to be here anymore. I can just keep the frequency. And I looked to the side and I saw all the little unicorns and wings, whatever, from everybody that was doing the thing, smaller ones and bigger ones. You, Rosanna, you're a fucking badass. You're fucking huge.
I love it. I was so excited.
Fucking huge. And you were like pink with dark pink, like fuchsia, and little dots of mix of green and blue. And you were also translucent because you were in so many dimensions at the same time. You were less physical. Like it was crazy. Anyways, to the questions now.
I fucking love it when Lisa shows up.
Oh,
It's
she's
like,
got the colours of her trousers. Get
Go
to
on.
stand up with her trousers.
go on, Lisa.
Also, one fun thing is like when the I am statement started and the build-up was crazy, Rosanna, and everything you were saying, like I am, I don't know what you were saying, I don't remember, but I am, and I was automatically adding pussy juice every time.
I am
Like
pussy juice. I love
I am,
it.
I don't know what it was, but it was always like with my pussy juice, like I am rich with my pussy juice. I am sovereign with my pussy juice. It
That
was
sounds
like
like a rap.
everything with my pussy juice. It was so crazy.
That's a new
And,
rap, I think.
Okay. Go there.
You make that into a rap.
I love that. By the way, Jan, your presence, like, I don't know if your schedule allows it to be there more often, but your energy is crazy.
I know, yeah.
See, they want you.
Very crazy. And like the moment you're there, it's like, I don't even know you, but I see the alien you are. I recognize it. And I'm like, shit, okay, we talk alien. That's good. And also, when you were saying the mantra out loud at the beginning, your voice, it's a male grounding voice. So it's like the Divine Father coming from the forest that was just murmuring, like just the mantra. And I was just like, oh, I was like able to like, I don't know, anchor it, feel it in a vibration that was more deep for me. Like wonderful.
Thank
And
you. I love your energy as well that you bring to the sessions. I've seen you before on them, and you've always got this amazing, like, so enthusiastic energy, and it's yeah, it's beautiful. Thank you for recognizing that. Anyway, though, I do get quite a bit of persuasion to try and show up, and timetables don't always work.
Anyway, carry on. Sorry, your question.
guilty. I try to do the same with my boyfriend all the time, so I understand the struggle for you. And your entity together is like bigger, and there's something happening to that. I get that from both of you being together. There's a third entity, and I'm like receiving from that as well. So, anyways, the question is, well, feedback for you, Rosanna. When you share your personal things more, like for you, what it is, what you're asking, oh my God, everything that clicks. But every other time, I can't really grasp. But when you give your things, I'm like, damn, it hits me in the heart. So I love your personal sharings,
That's really helpful. Thank you for letting me know that.
Rama. And you split the session in two. Oof, big difference on my energy because, oh yeah, big difference how it was made today. So yeah, good progress. I'm really grateful for you, and I can't believe you're doing this for free. So, anyways, and I want to do the 777 Infinite 7 offer, even though it's scary and I don't know how. And I was wondering how long after the 2 weeks intense that you're gonna give, the Fearless program starts.
That's a very good question. So what we're doing is Kate's going to lead Fearless. I'm going to do the one-to-one intensive with people. It's obviously the month, so that the 7777 will cover that. And I'm also the 2-week intensive. Sandy will be involved. You haven't met her tonight because she's busy, but she is trained for the course, so we'll be doing it together. We're intending that in that 2 weeks, we've basically done the work. You've wrapped it up. So the point is, by the end of the 2 weeks, you know how to create your own co-creation meditation, and you are you've rewritten your script in real time. Because what we will do is there's like 3 sessions a week. They will be live right? So in the 2-hour sessions, you'll have a presentation and then we'll take you through the homework in real time. So you're not having to do it outside. So when that completes, it's complete. The intention then will be that we start fairly quickly after into Fearless, all right? So it's building the momentum, all right? And then we will look at how we run things, because Fearless, it can stagger. You start 2 people at a time, it's fine, right? I don't like to start with 1, I prefer to start 2 at a time, but it's staggered, and Kate's a master of holding space with that, and you have the time. So the thing that would be the third element would be the one-to-one bit that we would probably do at the end, right? And that then just gives you real integration. So if there's one thing we really pride ourselves on, it's not rushing processes, right, Kate? We're really like, we're not trying to do it in the shortest time possible, because I think people need time to integrate, right? And in the same way, like what I've said, and this is what I forgot to say earlier, so apologies, but you know, I'm not the lead coach, Kate is the lead coach, but if people want my sort of extra support during it, there's an option to up level to that. And that's where it'll be 888 for the first 4, 8888 for the first 4, and then it goes up a little bit more. It's about another 600 quid. But that's where I'm involved. There'll be some one-to-one extra sessions you have, if that's what you want. So I've seen, like, I've never led with money because I just don't want the pressure of it, right? I know what it's like when people feel they don't have enough. And, you know, if you're looking at something and it really puts you into a panic state, then it's not the right thing. If it scares me, but I know I can do it. I mean, I've borrowed, I've stretched. I cannot give anyone financial advice. That's not where I am. But I have put my money where my mouth is every time. And it's taken me to a place where things I never thought would be possible have become possible. So now I am lining up with millions and multi-millions, not because of any other reason. I had to get over the greed element. Like, why would I want that? But it's because of the support that I can offer through it. It's very different if I don't have. So I'm saying this because you're in my field. So every time I up level, you are up leveling as well. Even though you haven't done work with me, you know, Lisa is actually in the yoga membership. So actually you are tapped in, you are committed. And because of that, you will be getting stronger and stronger, and things that seemed impossible a few months ago, you're now like, come on, there's got to be a way. I'm doing it. Show me, right? And that's how you start to see the way. Like I recently made 2 really scary decisions when I'd already made a very scary decision, right? So 2 more on top. But it was like, I know how to do that.
I'm just invested in new training as well.
Ian's just massively, like, totally out of your comfort zone, haven't you? To do something you never would have done before.
Yeah, retrained and invested into a new venture. So
and getting used to what it's like for it to succeed and then not succeed, and it's, you know, you've got to deal with loss on some level to not fear it, right? But I just want to say, I'm here to help you pave a way, all of you. If you want to do something, there is a way to do it. Yes, it will be scary, and no, I would never want anyone to end up on the street because of the decisions they're making. I'm never going to ever encourage that. But if you know it's a question of just shifting from fear to faith, we can do that. And then it opens the doorways. Yeah? We're all miracles. Cool. Thank you, Lisa. Can't wait for you to be part of it. Kate, you're looking very pensive. What's going down? You all right, girlfriend?
I was just listening.
Anything you want to add? Has anyone got anything they want to share? You know, Anne-Marie Blessing has been through, she did one-to-one Fearless with me. Danny's been through, actually you came in the back group, didn't you? You did Fearless 2.0. Anne, who's here, she's been through Fearless. Kate's been through Fearless. You know, we were talking about, I think one of my clients was saying that 6 years ago she started her journey, and she's like, she said it was the best decision she's ever made. And by now she's sure if she hadn't done it, she would have divorced her husband, and her son would have learned how to please mummy, to constantly be emotionally manipulative to please mummy, because that was the kind of parent she was. But she's learned to disassociate from that and is still married, and happily so. So, you know, there's so many different outcomes. It just depends on what your mission is. You know, some of us have a local mission. Some of us have a national mission, an international mission, a global mission. a stellar mission, a galactic mission, a universal mission. It just depends where you are. But as Lisa said, I'm multi-dimensional. So wherever you are, there's something that you can tap into that will take you to your next bit. Thanks for the questions. Has anyone else got any questions? Is everyone feeling okay? Are you feeling complete? Are you feeling good? Good. Thank you for being here and co-creating with me. And like, just as a general housekeeping thing, drink lots of water, listen to the replay again, do these co-creations again. Those of you who haven't yet participated in the Samhain, you know, when I did the Star Peace anniversary event, that's on YouTube. You can access that, it's free, right? And what was the other one? Lionsgate was before. That's part of our Star Peace portal membership. So anyone who wants to come in on entry level, that's there. We're keeping all the masterclasses up that we shared this year. So if you're a portal member or you're a multidimensional yoga member, you get access to 12 different masterclasses as well as everything else, because we love to give from our overflow. All right, for now we're going to say goodbye. I'm going to go hang out with Pegasus. I'm going to ride that Pegasus, baby. That sounds so dodgy, doesn't it?
Yeah, I would stop there while you're ahead.
Pushy juice, pussy juice, pussy juice. Yeah. What was it
again? Yeah, it's a new rap song.
Danny, so much love. Mwah. Take care, everybody. Ta-ra for now. Thank you. Happy solstice. Happy 12/12.